is world-class social media marketing, an in-depth discussion with today's top small business owners and leading entrepreneurs from around the country. And now, your host, Kendall Lang.
Hello, you're watching WorldClassTV, the leader in strategic online marketing. This is all strategic, all digital, all marketing. Every week we bring you small business owners from around the digital social network. Today's topic, family dentistry in rural Washington. Family dentistry, what you need to know about choosing a local dentist. My guest today says that relationships are more important than ever. Dr. Jason Hilde, welcome to WorldClassTV.
Hey there, Kendall. How you doing?
Great. Glad you could join us today. So as we kind of introduce you, let's start off with just share a little bit about yourself, kind of where you went to school and where your practice is located. Let's just get some of the administrative stuff on the table first.
I went to school in Loma Linda University down in Loma Linda, California. I was born and raised right here in Skagit County, Cedar Woolley, and came back home, and that's where I decided to set up practice. I've been here since '99.
So you're actually in Burlington, but you service kind of the whole Skagit Valley, Mount Vernon, Anacortes.
Yeah, it's there's a few different towns all around Skagit County. So yeah, we service a few different little cities that are all kind of melding into one big city.
Okay. So kind of as a practitioner, during your time in dental school, this is one of the things that I find really interesting, is that did you take any marketing or sales classes? Did they help you about how to run a business?
Not really at all. We might have had one business class on kind of looking at just costs of lab, how much that should be, things like that. But no, marketing? No, they just let you kind of wing it.
Wow. So you weren't provided any kind of practice management training or sales or marketing. You just had to kind of learn that on your own?
Yeah, you're kind of on your own. And I had a business background in college, so that helped a little bit. But yeah, the dental part, there was no marketing, no nothing.
Wow, very interesting. So if there was one thing that you wished you'd learned earlier in building your practice, would it be kind of sales and marketing, or how's that gone for you?
Oh yeah, that'd be a big one is doing some of that. Most definitely have somebody help you understand that part of it. Yeah, that'd be one of the first things I'd do.
Cool. So what are the biggest complaints you see coming into your office? Kind of is there a theme in terms of patients that are coming in, or is it across the spectrum?
As far as dental issues,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
uh, we get all sorts of patients. People just wanting to get their teeth checked out and make sure everything's okay. So, I mean, there can be a lot of those. We'll get patients who are emergency patients just having an issue. We have a lot more people now that are just no insurance. They haven't been coming into the dentist. So, we do some marketing right at the moment. So that they see some of those things that we send out in flyers. And they're coming in more often now for some of those marketing things that we've learned from people and how to help patients get what they need. Their main concern is financial. How can they make it fit into their budget? So that's what we're trying to learn is have options for them and ways to make it work.
Yeah, particularly in this economy where, the financing is an issue. Are you connected with financing options for patients?
Yeah, we have all sorts of different things with Care Credit. We do some, they're a third-party financing that we work with. They're great. So patients can get authorized for, interest-free financing to extended things. There's lots of different options, even within our office that we do too. So
Right.
yeah, it really helps patients get the work they need, done.
No, that's awesome. So, Dr. Hilde, you're a young guy, and everyone kind of watching this, I think, would just assume that you're technologically savvy. Is that the case? Do you consider yourself kind of up to speed on technology?
Uh, at work, we've got some things that are like that. Yeah, we like to stay up on the things that are out there. There's so many things in dentistry that they kind of bombard you with. So I'm a little bit old school, but I'm also tech savvy. So we do things like with online, we'll do text and email.
So
reminders
I know you've
for
got a
patients.
website, and we're going to put that up on the screen right now. But why don't you give us your URL just to let everybody know where they can find you on the web?
It's at HildeFamilyDentistry.com.
Okay.
HILDE.
And we're going to put that up on the screen right below here, so you should be seeing www.hildefamilydentistry.com. So kind of here's the $1 million question. Are patients finding you through your website? Is that a marketing tool that's working for you?
We're just starting to get kind of more involved on actually tracking that and seeing how it's working for patients. So we've got a local company we work with that they're doing a great job and trying to help us set all that stuff up. So I'm just learning on how all this kind of works. Right now, that's on our radar, but we're just trying to figure that out. We do more direct mailers for patients. So still using that, we find is right now the best for us.
Right, right.
Patients.
Cool. So for prospective patients who might be seeing you for the first time in this interview, what would you want them to know about you?
Got a great, our whole team works well together. So we've got things for patients, different options for people. We try to let people kind of be involved in the whole treatment on what they're there for. So we try and listen a lot with our patients and hear what they're wanting to have done. And then we can make recommendations. If we see things that are going on, I tell patients all the time, I'm going to be really honest with them in the exam. And if I see things going on, I'll let them know what those are. And we'll try and relate it to similar patients and give them recommendations on what they can do for that particular problem that might be occurring. And so we're really open to communication and helping our patients understand that.
So it would seem like somebody would want to come to you because it is family oriented, that you spend time with them. They're not coming in and seeing 14 other junior partners. When they come to your office, they're seeing you,
for
right?
Sure. And we've got a couple different hygienists on our team. So as far as cleaning goes, they might see Peggy or Yana. So we've got a great team.
Okay, cool. So are you offering any kind of special promotions, anything on your website, anything that would entice prospective new patients to check out your practice?
Yeah, on the website there should be you can click on our mailer, our direct mailer that's actually going out in the mail, and there's different promotions in there for instance, during the day from 10 to 2, we do a special so that patients can get a cleaning for, I think it's $49. So 10 to 2 is, so if they have that time available. We also have early morning, late evening appointments for patients. So, we're in there at 7:30 in the morning. We stay till 7 at night. So there's options for working families. We understand people are working, so we try and make it easy for patients to get in and get the work done.
Cool. So I understand that you're not the first dentist in your family. Tell me a little bit about your family and the history of dentistry in your family.
Yeah, my dad, Jack Hilde, he was in dentistry in Cedar Woolley here for I think 14 years, and he practiced there. And he was in Loyal. I went to school in Chicago. He was born and raised here in the Skagit County as well, just like I was, and so the family's been here for a while. So yeah, he practiced dentistry for 14 years, had a great time, and I joke with him and say, hey man, you didn't tell me what this was all about, this dental thing, once in a while. So he really enjoyed it, and I'm learning on the business side, like you were talking about with the marketing and all those things, the things they don't teach you in school. So yeah, it's been fun doing that, and he had a good time doing it, and he looks fondly on it.
Cool. So if you could do any job other than being a dentist, because I understand your dad's not in dentistry now, so if you could do anything other than dentistry, what would you see yourself doing?
I really love skiing, snow skiing. If I could be like a ski patrol or maybe a ski bum following some powder. I don't think they pay for that though. That'd be pretty fun doing something like that. But enjoy the outdoors. So even I like doing some landscaping at our house. So I mess around with moving plants around, and I take the plants nobody wants from my mom and other friends. So I enjoy doing that too. That could be fun, doing some landscape design.
Cool. So if you're comfortable sharing with the audience, what's your family situation? Tell us a little bit about kind of your home life.
Yep, I've got married to Jill, my wife, and she's from Edmonds. We met over in college and near Walla Walla, and we've got two boys, crazy boys. They're 12 and 9, Finley and Evan, and we're just typical family. We've got all sorts of things going on. Finley and Evan, they're both in Scouts, loving that. Go backpacking with them a little bit with Scouts, and they both have done some basketball. Evan's doing some basketball now, so we got the sports thing. Like the families, you're going left and right. 7 days a week, pretty much, running these guys around, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
The drive-in soccer mom.
Exactly.
Yeah. So hey, so shifting back to kind of your practice, how would you describe your, doctors, they talk about bedside manner. I'm assuming with you it's chairside manner, right? So how would you describe your chairside approach?
Oh, I just try to be real honest with people and straightforward. I don't beat around the bush. We straight talker, and I try to listen to my patients and see what they're wanting. When a new patient comes in, I'll talk to them about, hey, you're here for a reason. Let's hear about what your reason is for coming here today, and try and listen to what those reasons are, and then kind of go from there and set up a plan that works for them. And we try and take things one step at a time. It can be overwhelming in dentistry with you've got a lot of things going on, so we try and take it one step at a time,
right,
and walk them through just what they're wanting to do.
So do you ever talk politics with your patients?
I try not to. Yeah, was it politics and religion? Yeah, I try to stay away from those if possible. I have some patients that bring things up, but yeah.
Well, it's funny because I've talked with several dentists who have the television monitors on the ceiling so that when the patients are in the chair, they can watch whatever they want. And it's interesting because, they'll either have CNN playing or they'll have Fox News playing. So it's kind of like they try not to get drawn into it, but, they end up having those conversations. So
we've got TVs on the ceiling as well, and so usually the patients, we'll let them choose, but there's usually kids in there, so we got, it could be SpongeBob or it could be who knows what, Sports Center for the guys.
Right, there you go.
Watching them.
So if there's one of the funniest patient experiences you've had so far, is there something you could share without kind of, divulging any confidentiality, but has there been a funny story that sticks out in your mind?
Yeah, I had a patient. It was he probably came in 5-6 years ago, and he was in the chair, and he said, "Hey doc," he goes, "I got this thing. I don't know what it is." He goes, "I got this thing called dog jaw," and I'm like, "Dog jaw? What are you talking about?" And he started rubbing his cheek right here, and he goes, "Come here and feel this right here." And I was kind of to the side talking with him and looking at him, so I come up and I put my hand up next to his jaw, and he turns at me, barks at me really loud, and I just went flying backwards out of the room on my chair, and he started cracking up so hard, man. It's like it was pretty funny. We got some different characters in our office, so
wow,
yeah,
okay,
that's a pretty good one.
Awesome. Cool. Well, Dr. Hilde, it has been a real pleasure spending this time with you, and I know the audience is going to feel like they've gotten to know you on a little more personal level, which is the whole point of this. So thank you for being a part of World Class TV, the leader in digital marketing. So thanks for joining us today, and remember, it's all strategic, all digital, and all marketing. I'm your host, Kendall Lang, and until next time, get out there and make your mark. Thanks, Jason.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. That was a lot of fun.